Hi, it's Tammy and I'm here with King Cook
How you doing,
in
alright?
Shoreditch. I'm good, thanks. Thanks for having a chat today. I've thoroughly enjoyed it and getting to know you more. If you don't know and you're watching this in a different part of the world, King Cook is pioneering the vegan foodie scene in London, and his food is out of this world. He's a startup business, so he started his own business, runs his own business. His family are all vegans, and I thought it would be a great opportunity while I was in London to have a chat and get to know the man behind the business. A little
Well,
bit
thank
about...
you. First of all, thank you for the introduction.
No problem. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your vegan story?
Yeah, man, my vegan story began in 2014, really. I became a vegetarian in 2009 when I had my first son, and then just messing around with vegetarianism. It was due to ethical reasons, and then 2014 I met a few people along the way. They gave me a kick up the arse, and that was it. I just realised this is what I've been missing, so it's the best thing I've ever done. Haven't looked back since, you know what I mean? So vegan in 2014, and I've just been so passionate about it.
It's really inspiring to see people starting up their own businesses and then becoming so successful. How was it for you moving out of being an employee, maybe more in the corporate world, to then starting your own thing that aligned with your passion?
I guess the thing is with being a chef and a cook in training, this is what you train for. So, during my times in different restaurants, I was learning the trade, not just in the kitchen, but how to run a business also, like from stock control and managing staff. So it's all a part of the game. So when I did decide to open my own thing, it wasn't that much of a big deal, a big transition. It was like, okay, now it's all me now. And that was it, because in catering, in restaurants, serious restaurants, this is what you're trained to do. You're trained to one day become a head chef or become an owner. So it's different to other companies, but as a chef, this is what you're trained for. So yeah, it was quite easy, to be honest with you.
I'm sure that you've had some challenges. I mean, it's never easy running your own business and having a family. Do you want to share some of your more difficult challenges or how you overcame them?
I guess the most difficult thing was just doing it all ourselves, from waking up in the morning, going to the market, selecting my produce, and then coming home and then taking my kids to school, and then coming back here to work. That's challenging, man. But at the end of the day, it's a passion, and that's what drives the passion. Veganism, the passion of veganism, man. It's powerful.
I think if you've got passion when you're doing something and you're doing it because you're passionate about it, you face those challenges with with more determination.
Definitely.
To overcome them and not let them get you down. So I wanted to ask you, being a chef is, I would say, probably one of the hardest jobs in the world. You're actually making food that people are going to eat, and I think that's quite a personal thing. How do you maintain sanity in times of craziness?
Do you know what? I'm always going to say this, but it just stems from veganism. We were so busy when we first opened the new spot, and my chef said to me, do you know what? We fed over 400 people vegan food. We're feeding people vegan food, so that's powerful in itself.
Yeah.
So it was that's how I keep the sanity. I'm trying to say, knowing that it's all vegan food and vegan love, and we're doing such a good thing in our own way. What I'm trying to say. You can call it activism or whatever, but subliminally, when they come into my place or my shop, there's vegan signs all over the place. You know what I mean? There's no plant-based signs, there's vegan signs all over the place. It's what we stand for. Even if they're not vegan, they know what we stand for, so it triggers something already. So that's the connection, and it's, like I said, man, it's powerful. The energy is powerful. The energy of veganism is powerful if you work with it the right way,
Absolutely. Do you believe that, being mindful and having moments of quiet time to just meditate and try and be present has helped you?
Definitely. I always approach things with compassion. That's a good practice, and I always practice mindfulness throughout the day. So it's sometimes when I'm a bit pissed off, and I just think, I have to approach it with compassion. You know what I mean?
Bad customers.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, okay, they don't know, but guess what? I'm gonna help them. I'm gonna be like, bro, what do you want? Okay, I want the high grade. I want the yoga fire. So I'll make him the most tastiest meal, and guess what? That breaks him down. And then after we start talking, and next week he says, "Do you know what, bro? I'm vegan now." So that's how powerful it is when you approach things with compassion, rather than being like, "Okay, you're a meat eater, you're a vegan, you know, you're no good." You know, it's not. It's like, let me introduce you to our world and our way of thinking. Because I'm not saying that it's the correct way of thinking, but it definitely is more compassionate than eating animals. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it's like, that's how simple it is. My thing is like, first of all, we have to stop eating animals, and then we can take the next step and do, you know, all the other politics in veganism. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would agree with you. Do you see, you're seeing a lot of people face to face. Do you see that veganism is maybe becoming more mainstream? Have you seen a change over the past few years?
Of course, man, 100% in London. In London in 2015 is when it really kicked off, and now you have loads of vegan places left, right and centre, especially in this area of town. You know, social media is blowing up, the media is blowing up, it's blowing up, and you know, it's a good thing, you know.
Absolutely.
Change is a good thing, but it's blowing up, and I'm just very proud to be a part of it, to be honest with you. Yeah.
And it's necessary. I think it's necessary for the world to change at this point in time. It's a requirement. Like, we just can't carry on the way that we're going.
Exactly. I mean, I'm just excited for my children's future. You know, like to grow up,
live in a different world.
In a totally different world, and that's what drives me also as a father.
Yeah. Okay, so tell me your favorite vegan dish. What is it?
My favorite vegan dish. To be honest with you, I get asked this question a lot, and it just depends on my mood and the weather. So, for example, yesterday in London was very cold. Cocoa soup bowl all the way, you know, coconut broth soup infused with lemongrass, lime leaves, galangal, loads of chili in there. On a hot summer's day, I might want to have a monomeal of watermelons or mangoes. So it just depends on the weather. I think as a chef, you know, your taste buds is always changing. You're always trying different things. So, I mean, right now I'm really into durian. I actually want to take a flight to Malaysia just to eat durian. So like, that's how crazy it is. So it's like, I don't have one specific favorite. It changes from time. Yeah, it's about the mood and the weather and just life. You know what I mean?
The ultimate question. I'm from the Fry family, so I've got to ask you. Fry's family prawns in a King Cook bowl, yay or nay?
Yay, man, yay, of course.
That was a good answer.
I kind of see a thing where I make a dish and then you go straight. I like to deep fry them prawns, you know, get it nice and crunchy. So deep fry it, and then after, at the last minute, you just toss it in the pot. Toss, so it's coated, not soggy, and then it's still got that crunch, banging.
That's awesome. That's a good answer. Your ultimate life, if you could do anything, what would it be?
Ultimate life is to travel the world with my children. Yeah, travel the world with my children and just live a vegan journey with my children and just let them see the world, man.
And be happy.
Exactly that.
Be happy.
Oh, yeah.
Veganism, do you think there's any grey area? Like, some people say you must be as vegan as possible, or some grey area is okay in the vegan diet. Have you got a thought about that?
I guess my thing is like, look man, there's so much politics within any community, especially the vegan community at some times, you know, but it's like, first thing, let's just stop eating animals, and then we can talk about other things, other political things, other dietaries, you know, raw vegan, refined sugars, all that stuff. First thing, my thing is stop eating animals and approach things with compassion, and then that's a good start already.
Yeah. And then progress on your own journey.
Exactly, because it is a journey that you take. So it's like, it's my journey, but I make my journey now very, very public also, and I want to bring everyone in. That's how you spread things, you know what I'm trying to say? That's meta, loving kindness. You're spreading that, and you're spreading that through food. That's what I'm doing. I'm spreading that through food because I connect with people through food rather than other things. That's my thing. I connect with people through food, and it's a beautiful thing.
What's next for you? What do you see as your next step or your journey ahead? What are you looking forward to?
To be honest with you, I just want to fly this vegan flag and just be a part of London at the moment, and then I'm happy at the moment, so I just want to concentrate on being happy and just enjoying this time, because it's a great time. I think we'll look back in 10 years time and think, wow, this is when it really kicked off in London, you know, this is when the revolution really kicked off, so I'm really enjoying it right now.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I know that you've got a busy kitchen to get back to, so it's really great getting to know you, and hopefully there'll be many more times that we get to share.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you.